Welcome back, guys. We have another test that's hopefully going to be interesting. And yes, you are immediately saying, what are you doing? That is not the latest Kaspersky version. Yes, obviously I know that. Two reasons why I'm not testing the new Kaspersky version as of yet. One is it seems like the new version is more for the US market at this stage. And secondly is I did try to update my Kaspersky version with those versions, the premium and the plus, and my license key is not valid for that install. And I did also download the latest global version and the one in my region, and my product version stayed the same. So I did try to upgrade, but the upgrade failed. It either asks me to purchase a new license or to downgrade to the free version. But rest assured, I will create a separate VM with the new version as a trial and redo a test. But for now, we're going to test the old Kaspersky or / current Kaspersky with the new Norton. I think this will also be an interesting test to see if the new Norton can keep up with the current or old version, depending on how you see it. Okay, so now we got Kaspersky on the left. We'll quickly have a quick squiz at the settings. Okay, file shield. It is enabled. It's set to do the things automatically. Scan all the file types. Heuristic is high, so we're obviously going to test it again at max settings. And you can see pretty much everything is enabled. Smart access. Let's have a look at the web antivirus. Set to extreme. Perform the action automatically. Deep scan, etc. We'll obviously do Kaspersky again with more mild or default settings, but for now, again, we're just going to test it on max. Okay, network attack blocker is enabled, no exclusion. Let's go down to firewall. It's enabled, default settings. AMS integration is enabled. Okay, application control is enabled as well. System watcher is enabled, and to do everything automatically. Okay, KSN networks enabled. Software updated, anti-banner, etc., etc. We only have one exclusion, but you'll also see that self-defense is enabled, and we have only one exclusion, which is our script. Okay, so that's our script on the desktop, and that's about it. Now with the new Norton, you guys can see it does look a little bit different. I do like the new look, but they do still obviously have those independent windows for everything, which I'm not a very big fan of. Okay, so now let's quickly have a look at security. Under advanced. Okay, as you guys can see, everything is enabled. Okay, let's go to antivirus. Okay, so let's just move that up a bit. Okay, so pretty much everything's enabled. Behavior detection mode is automatic. I think let's change it to aggressive. Remove risks. Okay, and that's pretty much all that we can change. Let's just apply it. Okay, risks and scans. Aggressive. Okay, that's pretty much on. Data protector, script control, block, updates, and I think that is that. Let's just go back. Let's look at firewall. Yep, pretty much everything's enabled. No exclusions, no nothing. Okay, intrusion prevention. Okay, that's about that. Advanced program. Okay, exploit protection. It's pretty much everything's enabled. And yeah, that seems to be that. Okay, so that's nice, quick and easy. This is the new Norton, so let me just quickly get the protection disabled and let's get this test started. Okay guys, so now that the malware has been executed, okay, let's just make sure Okay, so on each side we do have 2,678 samples. These are the latest samples that I have, ranging from the last couple of days. So we have obviously applications, office files, file lists, you name it. Let's just make sure that these products are up to date. Seems like Kaspersky is doing a scan, so let's just stop that. Let's check for updates. Update. This one is most probably the background scan. Just want to stop this. Okay, so I'm just going to wait for the products to update and stop the background scan, and then we'll start the test. Okay, so the products are finally up to date. I think it's time to get the protection going. Let's just close this. Okay, let's give them a couple of seconds to make sure the protection is properly enabled. Okay, so both Norton and Kaspersky are green, so that is good. Okay, so now it's time for the first test, which is the website test. Let's see what happens. Okay, Norton is a little bit quicker. Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay, so Norton is giving us more pop-ups. Kaspersky is giving us pop-ups. Okay, let's quickly see what's in our downloads. Okay, it seems like that one was removed. Okay, not sure why it's showing up. Okay, so we've got a miss on this one. Blocked. Another miss. Okay, so let's see what Norton seems to have missed this one as well. Okay, so it seems like they missed the same. So I would say this is a draw. Let's just say what we have downloaded, and they've downloaded exactly the same stuff. These are just pictures. Yeah, so I would say a good result from them both. There's that. There's that. Okay, it's just taking some time to open up the pictures, but while we wait, now it's time for the main event. Okay, so this is going to be a long test. I know Kaspersky gives me a lot of error messages during the tests, so I'm going to see what happens. Okay, auto protect, that's great. Let's see if anything is showing. Oops. Okay, let's see if we're lucky and see if there's any malware in the processors. Okay, Kaspersky loaded something, but they should die out now. Okay, doesn't seem like we have anything as of yet. So it's going to be a long test, guys. I'll attend to it. I've got my cup of coffee, and I'll let you guys know if anything interesting. But for now, let's just attend to the malware, and I'll show you guys the final results. Okay, and we are back, guys. Apologies for the delay. I had to pause the VMs and had to attend to my adult life, but I'm back at my desk and the tests are finally done. So now let's have a quick quiz at Kaspersky. So as you guys can see, we do have a couple of things that are still open here. So let's just close this. Okay, so this one's I can't seem to close. Okay, so we do have quite a bit of malware that's still running on the system. I think some of them might be duplicates. Yeah, so there's one or maybe two duplicates, but as you guys can see, we do have a couple of threads that are running. CPU usage is quite high. And as you guys can see, here are some of the malware that's running here. We'll just close that. And then we do have one POP that we can see on the desktop. Let's just see if anything actually did install. Yes, we have this DU searcher that's installed. Then Speedify, and that seems to be that. Okay, cool. So I need those two files. Let's have a quick squeeze at our files. Okay, document seems good, no ransomware infection, so that's always good to see. And our picture seems fine, so luckily not there. Oh, and then we need to check the startup items. Yep, should. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, startup items, let's see what we have. I'm just waiting for it to load. And as you guys can see, there's high CPU usage, so obviously we just have to be a little bit patient. Okay, so it seems like we do have this one program here. And then we obviously have the Speedify, and that's about it. So it's only these two. So under app data, there's the startup item, and then the Speedify, which is most probably just a PUP and not actually malware itself. Okay, now it's time for Norton. Let's see what's running. Okay, so there is a fairly new one. Let's just see. Yeah, it seems like it's opening up now. Then we've got the QuickBooks installer, but I think that's just a false positive, just most probably machine learning. Then we've got this one that's running. We've got that one, this one here, and then those three. So as you can see, quite a little bit more than the Kaspersky machine that we still have running. And then you can see it obviously here in our processes. Let's look at our startup items. Okay, we've got Documentos. Seems to be broken. Okay, we've got .NET. The two QuickBooks, we've got this one, also seems to be broken, so hopefully these will be removed after the restart or a full scan. We've got the update, that seems to be there, not there. This looks a little bit concerning. Yep, so we've got a fake Kaspersky. And then we've got our software companion and a couple of PowerShells, which will be used for persistentness. And then we've got a driver booster in a different language, and then this one seems to be stuck. Let's close this one. And then obviously Norton wants to reboot to do the threads, and as you guys can see, obviously hidden files and folders are enabled, and our wallpaper is black. I did see that we do have a ransomware note, but I haven't seen any ransomware infection, so I'll show you guys the note now. Let's see at what has installed. Oh, wait, okay, cool. So we've got AdBlock, CCleaner or Crap Cleaner installed. We've got these DW searches, Web Companion. So a lot more PUPs managed to get through. This is the Kaspersky machine. Get downloads. I don't have to worry about that. Let's look at our documents. And our document seems fine, but we obviously do have all this additional stuff. We do have the ransomware node, but it's definitely not infected. So I think it must probably started the ransomware process, and then Norton actually did stop it. We have a README file here as well, but as you guys can see, no ransomware infection. So that's always good, but we can definitely see that there are IOCs on the Norton machine. Just want to show you guys the look of the ransomware node, and then so hopefully it will open up now. So we'll obviously restart through this method, so it can remove the infections. Kaspersky, we're just going to restart normally. Yep, so guys, this machine is a bit slow, but you guys can see that there's quite a bit of malware still actually running on this machine, so it comes at no surprise. Okay, seems like it's a no can do. I'll show it after the reboot, so for now, just gonna restart the Kaspersky machine normally. Nope, that's not what I want. Okay, it's gonna restart this one, and then Norton, I'm gonna say restart now. Gonna wait for these two to reboot, update them, and then start the full scans. Okay everyone, so it seems like the full scans are completed. So let's just see what two threads Kaspersky couldn't process. Oh, still seems like there is over 300 objects. Okay, so let me quickly process this. It's clearly a little bit more. So let's quickly process that. Let's see what Norton has to say. Let's say delete archive. Okay, so here's a couple of, so let's say apply. Fix our backup. Let's apply this one. Okay, so let's just quickly fix this malware, and then we'll finalize the test. Okay, so now that we are done, Kaspersky for some reason still says to process objects, but there is nothing, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Norton dealt with these problems, but seems like this not attempted one. Click on apply, wait, click on apply, so it's working, and then it stops, so I'm not sure why, but we have a restart required. So I think I'm just going to close this. So risky threat. Yeah, so let's quickly restart these two machines. I see we have double Norton protection. I wish we had that in the beginning. Let's quickly restart and then start with the third-party opinion scans. Okie dokie guys, so all the testing is completed. Okay, so let's quickly have a look-see at the final results. This time I left the malware on the desktop because I wanted to see how much malware was missed by the vendors. Now we obviously have in local temp, another temp, and obviously we've got malware here on the desktop. And that seems to be that. So only two files in temp. We do have one in program data, so this is out of our normal location, and then one in temp, and then malware on the desktop, and that seems to be it. Okay, so for Kaspersky, I ran the Norton NPE just because they had two versions, just to see which one missed something the other one could have picked up. And with the Kaspersky, also the quick scans, it found no issues. Now with the Komodo quick scan, found no issues on the Kaspersky machine. On the Norton, we do have 5 problems. The web companion, obviously 2 registry keys, so these are all POPs, and then it seems like the host file has been modified according to Komodo. MSISoft was uninstalled on the Norton machine. I can recall there was a script that ran and it was deleting all the files, so we're not going to do MSISoft on the Norton, but with the Kaspersky we do have under app data local. Still seems to be the temp file, so that's fine. That's normally where malware will be. And then desktop, and that seems to be it. Okay, now let's look at ESET. We do have 6 detections versus 8. Seems like local temp, and then only malware on the desktop, so that's good. With Norton, we do have obviously the POPs, the Lavasoft, malware on the desktop, and temporary file. Now with Malwarebytes, it's just location. Okay, so we do have app data, local temp, so these are all the WinZip files that extracted, or WinRAR files that extracted. Okay, and then still desktop, and that's it. No registry key, so that's good. Norton, we do have obviously program data. This is a folder, and then we've got a file within this folder as well. App data. Okay, still malware on the desktop, and then we've got 2 registry keys for a fake Windows update, which could be part of the modified host file, and then something software. Okay, I'll just close that. Okay, let's quickly have a look at our files. Okay, so no damage to the documents, but we do have all this additional files within here. Pictures seems good for Kaspersky, and picture seems good for Norton as well. And let's just quickly see what is still running. Okay, we'll close that. We'll close this one. Okay, with Kaspersky, we'll see if we've got any startup items. Okay, it just seems like it is this one, but it says it's Microsoft. That's definitely not Microsoft, so I think this might still be malicious, might not be detected by the other vendors, or it might actually be legitimate. We'll see if we can upload that to VirusTotal quickly. Talking about VirusTotal, let's quickly gonna go through it. Just Speedify, and then Speedify again, so nothing there. Let's get VirusTotal open in the meantime. Now with Norton, can't really see anything, just really going quickly. Now it's up to 3, where it was I think 2 yesterday. Okay, startup items. Document seems broken. Let's see what this one is. This one is broken. Task scheduler. Okay. And I've got this update that's broken. A lot of PowerShell. Okay, so let's see if this thing is malicious or not. Okay, let's see what VirusTotal has to say. Okay, so it seems like it might be clean, so it's undetected by no one, so that's maybe a clean file, so that's good. Okay, so it doesn't seem like there's any malicious startup items for Norton. Sorry, for Kaspersky. Norton, we do have a 1 or 2. Let's see if anything is still installed. We do have this DU searcher. So that's a POP and Speedify. Norton, we have AdBlock, Fast, CCleaner, Driver Booster, DW searcher, and yeah, and ED, so a lot of that. Okay guys, so I think this is the end of this stage, so let's just quickly recap. Kaspersky did really well, as it normally does. Seems like we just might have a little bit of a PUP problem, but which is not the end of the world. There's no real malicious startup items by any of the other third-party opinion scanners, and we just checked the VirusTotal. It seems like that file is clean. So yeah, I can't really give any negative reviews for Kaspersky. Maybe just improving the PUP, but obviously we did test a lot of samples, so it is quite expected for something to slip through. But at least there is no malware processes running, no ransomware infection, no startup items, no registry keys. So I would say good results from Kaspersky. And also bear in mind, this is the current or / old version. I will be testing new version fairly soon. I'll just create a different VM for that. Now with Norton, as quite expected, I was expecting a little bit better results because this is the new Norton. It definitely looks better. I do like the way they improved the UI. Definitely looks more modern for me. But still fairly similar results. What I've seen with Norton, especially the black background. I've seen that with all the tests where Norton tends to lose the wallpaper during the malware tests. Obviously hidden files and folders are enabled. We do have a couple of registry keys, startup items. So I definitely do not trust this machine. And yeah, so not bad by Norton. We've obviously seen worse, but also not great results from Norton. But Kaspersky is definitely the better choice. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this test. I'll be making some other tests very soon. I'll be slowly but surely getting back into making more videos and more tests as soon as when there is time. And yeah, thanks again for everyone who subscribed, new subscribers. Thanks for all the guys who are staying subscribed and liking the videos. I do enjoy making these videos, so I hope you enjoy me making these videos. So thanks again guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next test.